Ultimately, we don't know where those heavy metals came from. We do know that it hasn't cleared up this is 2016. It hasn't cleared up in the 2 years since we've been following it. Yeah, and it's now that mud or sand that was being carried out, and so it has now filled the creek beds with this sand that it moved out of the slide, and then that material is now moved into the Peace River, and you can follow the plume of it downstream from the mouth of that creek, and it's visible quite a long ways, a number of kilometers downstream of the mouth of the creek. So. And there's now no fish and no invertebrates in those creeks. The province sent fisheries and invertebrate biologists up there to check that last November. So there's no life in the creek, and also downstream of the mouth of the creek, where there was always little fish jumping in the past and fish could be caught. There's none on that north side where the plume comes out of Lynx Creek. So how long that's going to go on, I don't know. And if it, whether it will clear up, who knows. I guess the life of a small community is trying to guess what the international corporations are going to do, and then try and bring along the local businesses so that we have some stability. Because when you're a small community existing amidst these huge natural resources, what we tend to find is that the decisions then, of course, are made somewhere else. So we're always waiting for a decision from Malaysia as far as natural gas is concerned, because Petronas owns a major amount of the subsurface rights in and around here. Or for coal, it's usually a Chinese company. For wind has been developed more, will be North America based for the most part, but right now, because of the way the electricity industry has been developed by the province, the wind and the solar industries have moved out of the province. Most of the subsurface rights under just north of our municipality are owned by Petronas, the very large international natural gas company. And they also have huge subsurface rights further north. Now, right now, they're not doing very much near and around Hudson's Hope, because the gas around here is what they call dry gas. It doesn't have much in the way of liquids like the butanes and the propanes and the condensate and that is what is profitable right now. So in their northern properties up around Pink Mountain, the gas up there has a lot of liquids in it. So what they're doing is they're not doing much with the gas around here. They're mainly developing the gas around the Pink Mountain area, because that's what they can make a greater profit from. If the LNG development goes ahead, then we would see more development of the natural gas around here, and then it would go into the pipeline that would be built over to Prince Rupert, to Lilu Island. So what will happen with that, we don't know. So that's another situation. We're just waiting for a decision from somewhere else to see what's going to happen. So there was a trackway, a dinosaur trackway, that was found actually by two forestry people that were out looking at a cut block for forestry, and they came across this trackway, and one of them recognized that that's what it was. It was dinosaur tracks, but it wasn't something that he sort of paid much attention to, other than to sort of note that it was there. But then about 3 years after he discovered it, he was over in Tumbler Ridge, which is a neighboring community that is developing their geopark extensively, and dinosaur tracks and bones are a big part of their tourist attraction. And they have a research center over there, and so when he was there and they were talking about this pathway, they said at the time was one of the bigger ones in Canada, and he realized that the one that he had seen had more tracks in it, and so he asked him about it, and he had some pictures, and it was the dinosaur tracks may be a resource that we could have more local control over, and we would be able to manage locally, because it's not something where you dig it out or chop it down or dam it up. They're going to stay there. If they've been there a million years, then hopefully they'll stay there for another million years, and they may be something where people would come here to see those rather than to come to take them away. So that's one of the attractions of seeing that developed, because it would be something that would be sustainable for Hudson's Hope as opposed to the boom-bust cycles that we tend to go through.